The concept of distancing yourself from individuals and situations aligns with Stoic principles. Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, instructs us to maintain inner calm by addressing what is beyond our control and acting on what is within our control. In this Stoic spirit, the festivities gain a new perspective, challenging our serenity in the face of situations and people during Christmas and New Year. By adopting Stoic principles, we find balance in our attitudes and experience a more authentic festive period. Stoic principles, which teach how to face challenges calmly and have practical application at Christmas and New Year. When distancing ourselves from social pressures, focusing on sharing meaningful moments, we often need to let go of people and situations to embrace the essence of celebrations. Therefore, this video will explore Stoic teachings and their practical application in detaching from people and situations. The initial step involves temporarily separating yourself from the individual who causes us harm, emphasizing the importance of taking a break. Stoicism emphasizes the preservation of inner peace regardless of external circumstances. Start the process by temporarily distancing yourself, not to avoid that person, but to gain clarity and prevent emotions from negatively influencing decisions. In his letters to Lucilius, the Stoic philosopher Cicero emphasized the need to retreat into introspection. He advised taking refuge in your own mind, surrounding yourself with those who bring out the best in you, and embracing those who can uplift. This reciprocal process involves learning as we help others learn. Taking a brief pause to contemplate emotions and situations is suggested by Stoicism. The philosophy holds that we have control over our reactions and that stepping away allows us to consciously choose how to respond. Find solitude to meditate, assessing the situation impartially, free from immediate emotional influence. Seneca's teachings align with this Stoic perspective, highlighting the importance of self-understanding in managing emotions. Stoicism proposes that emotions are transient, just like climate change. Stepping back allows the emotional storm to calm, facilitating clearer decision-making. This approach is not about running away from problems, but rather about pausing to find peace in the midst of chaos. When life becomes overwhelming, Stoicism suggests that emotions can cloud judgment. A brief break, like a walk or quiet time alone, helps clear your mind. In this calm state, decisions can be made based on logic rather than emotions. The goal is to find a quiet space for reflection, not as an escape, but to improve understanding. Consider whether it is necessary to maintain distance. The second step in abandoning individuals involves carefully evaluating whether it is a wise and ethical decision. Stoicism encourages actions based on logic and good character, the pursuit of eudaimonia, or flourishing through moral goodness. Although Stoics advocate oikeiosis, the natural inclination toward kindness and harmonious relationships, not every connection promotes moral growth. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus advise careful consideration of relationships. Stoicism asserts that disconnecting from toxic or harmful relationships is not a sign of weakness, but rather an indication of wisdom and good character. A former slave underscored this concept by emphasizing inner freedom regardless of external restrictions. Imagine that you are in the company of friends, and one of them begins to behave in a way that is not in line with your values. Stoicism suggests that just as you carefully select good friends, you should also consider whether continuing to spend time with that person is a wise decision. In simpler terms, it's the same as asking yourself whether being with this person contributes to your improvement and happiness or complicates your life. Stoic philosophers would see this as an assessment of the wisdom behind your choices. Stoicism advocates making choices that lead to self-improvement, provoking reflection on whether that person improves or complicates their life. The third step is friendship. Stoics believe that good friends act as rays of sunshine for our souls, promoting personal growth. Visualize a friend as a plant. Nurturing it leads to health and growth, while neglect results in the opposite. Likewise, evaluate whether the people around you are like vital water or harmful storms to your metaphorical plant. If someone's company is like enjoying the sun, great. Otherwise, Stoicism suggests considering some distance. It's important to emphasize that it's not about being tough or avoiding problems. It's about making choices that are healthy for your emotions and intellect. Stoicism aims to improve life, including the people we choose to associate with. In Stoicism, although it values self-control and personal strength, there is no endorsement of complete solitude. Recognizing our natural social inclination, Stoicism advocates seeking advice and support from trusted individuals. In the context of detachment, Stoicism suggests openly discussing your thoughts and concerns with someone you depend on, aligning with the idea of a philosophical friend, a person with whom you can share your deepest thoughts and concerns. Seneca, a renowned Stoic, emphasized the importance of friendship in leading a virtuous life, considering it crucial, along with common sense. He recommended consulting a friend as if they were a mirror, facilitating reflection and the exchange of thoughts and feelings. These conversations are not only therapeutic, but they also offer new perspectives and wisdom. Stoicism posits that openness to others strengthens relationships and communities, vital in the process of learning to let go. When dealing with challenging emotions or complex situations, Stoicism advises talking to a trusted person, imagining them as your wise playing partner, offering valuable advice. Stoicism asserts that we shouldn't handle everything alone, comparing support to the way superheroes have their sidekicks. According to Stoicism, having someone to trust with our thoughts and feelings is crucial, seeing sharing problems with a friend as a secret tool for overcoming life's obstacles. Choose someone you trust deeply, whether it's a friend, family member, or teacher, as your gaming ally in difficult times, and open up to them, recognizing that sharing with them is not a burden. However, easing your burden, such as a trusted gaming partner, can provide new perspectives or solutions. Stoicism suggests that facing life's challenges with a friend can significantly ease the burden. In Stoicism, there is an emphasis on placing limits on emotional reactions, with a strong focus on understanding and managing emotions rather than just suppressing them. Philosophy advises us to be aware of our emotions, maintaining control over them. The fourth step of detachment, according to Stoicism, involves setting limits on our emotions. This does not imply becoming indifferent or emotionless, but rather managing the intensity and duration of our emotional responses. Apatheia in Stoicism, often misinterpreted as complete emotional detachment, actually involves finding peace by controlling emotional reactions. Epictetus mentioned that we can restrain or moderate our emotional impulses. A Stoic approach involves negative visualization, contemplating potential challenges and losses to mentally prepare. By setting limits on our feelings, we can approach situations more calmly and prevent emotions from overpowering logic. Imagine your emotions as vibrating blocks, forming an imposing structure. Stoicism advises setting limits on how high this emotional tower can grow. Simply put, when facing adversity, it is acceptable to experience emotions, but it is prudent to ensure that they do not accumulate in destabilizing ways. Stoicism sees emotions as these blocks, pleasant and meaningful, but potentially destabilizing if stacked excessively. Stoic philosophers emphasize the importance of balance, similar to building an enclosing tower but not prone to collapse. Imagine your emotions as blocks of different colors that represent happiness, sadness, anger, and more. It's about recognizing and accepting emotions without allowing them to dominate everything. When facing challenges, you can allow yourself to experience these emotions, but also set a limit, similar to building a tower of manageable height. Imposing limits means maintaining control over the situation, similar to a builder deciding the height of the tower. The goal is to be comfortable with your emotions while preventing them from causing chaos. Stoicism teaches us that achieving this balance is like building a stable tower, ready to withstand the fluctuations of the emotional landscape. In the process of letting go, Stoicism suggests open communication with someone you trust, aligning with the concept of a philosophical friend, a person with whom you can share your deepest thoughts and concerns. Seneca emphasized the value of friendship in leading a virtuous life, considering it crucial along with common sense. He recommended consulting a friend as if they were a mirror to reflect and share thoughts and feelings. Such discussions are not only therapeutic, but also offer new perspectives and wisdom. Stoicism asserts that openness to others strengthens relationships and communities, crucial in the journey of learning to let go. Consider the potential results of creating distance from someone. In Stoic philosophy, The fifth step of detachment requires a careful assessment of where a person's detachment may lead. Stoicism defends a vision of the future, analyzing the long-term consequences of our actions. This is in line with the Stoic concept of prohairesis, emphasizing the importance of focusing on the present and being mindful of future impacts. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and a Stoic leader, stressed the importance of using our time wisely rather than wasting it. When thinking about distancing yourself from someone, consider whether it will contribute to your personal growth and emotional well-being, or whether it will potentially lead to avoidable losses. Stoicism encourages close examination of the pros and cons, applying logical and ethical principles to decision-making. Visualize yourself navigating a forest with multiple trails to choose from. In Stoicism, deciding to distance yourself from someone is the same as choosing a path through the forest. The philosophy encourages future thinking, similar to strategic planning in a game. Choosing to create distance is like selecting a trail, requiring contemplation of where it might lead. Stoic philosophers believe that anticipating outcomes helps you make better choices. Imagine the person you are thinking about distancing yourself from at the beginning of the forest, and you will be at a crossroads deciding whether to follow their path or take a different path. Ask yourself what could happen if you walk away from this person, just as you examine the various trails and consider their destinations. Stoicism teaches that planning ahead is like having a map in the forest, helping you make more informed choices. Before making a decision, weigh the potential outcomes, not to predict the future, but to be a thoughtful navigator on life's many paths. Take a break from social media. This is the sixth step in Stoic detachment. In today's world, social media significantly influences our emotional health. Stoicism, known for its enduring wisdom, provides guidance on how to manage our interaction with digital media and the overwhelming flow of information. Although Stoic philosophers like Seneca lived in a different time, they also struggled with external distractions that disturbed inner tranquility. Seneca wrote about the distractions that prevent a full life, emphasizing that we do not have a short life, but we waste a significant part of it. This Stoic perspective is especially relevant in the digital age, where the incessant flow of information and social comparisons can distract us from what really matters. The Stoic concept of apatheia, which seeks emotional calm, becomes crucial here. By distancing ourselves from social media, we create a moment of self-reflection and reduce the external noise that can lead to emotional distress. Following Seneca's advice, this step consists of focusing on what really matters, distancing ourselves from digital distractions. Consider social media like an intricate puzzle. Sometimes it can be as challenging as solving a puzzle with too many pieces. Stoicism recommends taking a break from this digital puzzle to rest your mind. Simply put, it's like letting go of the puzzle pieces for a brief period so you can return with a new perspective and renewed mental energy. Stoicism emphasizes that, like our bodies, our minds need breaks. Managing social media is similar to dealing with a constant stream of puzzle pieces, including updates, photos, and news, which can become overwhelming. Stoic philosophers propose that taking a break from this continuous digital input can help maintain mental clarity and focus. Think of social media as a puzzle you are putting together. When it becomes overwhelming, it's perfectly acceptable to take a break. This is comparable to temporarily putting aside your puzzles and engaging in alternative activities, such as going for a walk, reading a book, or simply relaxing without screens. Stoicism teaches that this pause ensures your brain isn't flooded with too many puzzle pieces. It's about managing your time online, similar to deciding when to solve a puzzle and when to walk away from it. It is important to emphasize that it is not a question of permanently abandoning social networks. Rather, it's about preventing it from becoming an overly complex and mentally draining puzzle. The goal is to maintain a balanced digital engagement that doesn't put a strain on your mental well-being. The seventh step, the last step in the letting go process described in the practical guide, involves prioritizing your own needs. This concept naturally aligns with Stoicism, which emphasizes self-sufficiency and inner strength. Epicurus, a philosopher associated with Stoicism and born into slavery, emphasized the importance of differentiating between what we can control and what we cannot. By focusing on your needs, you practice the Stoicism principle of focusing on what is within your reach. This seventh step of Stoicism advises us to focus on our essential needs, not in terms of material goods, but rather on emotional health and moral virtues. Reflect on the Stoic method of voluntary discomfort, where individuals purposely place themselves in challenging situations. In challenging situations, cultivating resilience involves focusing on fundamental needs that contribute to emotional stability and ethical character. The Stoic principle that virtue is the only true good emphasizes that genuine satisfaction arises from leading a morally virtuous life. Epicurus, known for his Stoic philosophies, articulated this concept well, teaching that happiness and freedom result from the recognition of a fundamental truth. There are aspects that are within our control and others that are outside of it. This understanding is crucial to aligning actions with moral excellence and achieving genuine contentment. By focusing on controllable factors, our thoughts, actions, and responses, we empower ourselves to navigate relationships and situations with Stoic wisdom. View life as a buffet that offers different options, some beneficial and others not so much. Stoicism suggests that, like choosing items from a buffet, deciding what to include in your life requires focusing on what is truly needed. Just like selecting healthy snacks, Stoicism is about making prudent life choices. Stoic philosophers teach that genuine needs often differ from momentary desires, urging us to opt for what is beneficial in the long term rather than what may momentarily seem attractive. Imagine your life as a buffet with options like friendships, activities, and experiences. Instead of trying to have it all, Stoicism encourages choosing elements that truly enrich your life and contribute to long-term happiness. It's the same as deciding to select items that are good for your emotional and mental health. Stoicism guides us to focus on our genuine needs, ensuring that our buffet of life becomes more satisfying in the long run. When navigating the process of letting go of certain people and situations, Stoicism imparts valuable lessons and practical advice. This journey comprises several fundamental steps. Take temporary breaks, assess the logic behind distancing, engage in honest conversations, establish limits for our emotions, contemplate potential results, pause our involvement with external factors such as social media, and prioritize our basic needs. By following these steps, we align our actions with Stoic principles of virtue, allowing us to manage relationships and circumstances with wisdom and clarity. Stoicism, celebrated for its enduring wisdom, teaches us that detachment is not about emotional indifference, but rather about finding inner peace and resilience amid the complexities of human relationships and life's challenges. The principles of Stoicism serve as a guiding light, leading us to a life marked by virtue, wisdom, and emotional health. These teachings encourage finding contentment in the present, free from the burden of worrying about the future. As Seneca eloquently stated, true happiness is enjoying the present without anxiously depending on the future, to the next.